This video is sponsored by HelloFresh. Now, if you're looking for an easy way to eat well and save money this year, cut back on expensive takeouts and delivery and get started with HelloFresh. You'll love how easy, fast, and affordable it is to whip up a restaurant-quality meal right in your own kitchen. Now, eating well is at the top of your mind coming into the new year, and it's comforting to know you'll always get the top quality with HelloFresh. Ingredients travel from the farm to you in less than 7 days. So you know that they're fresher than fresh with HelloFresh. Yes, I said fresh 3 times in one sentence. To try out HelloFresh right now, just click the link below for 21 free meals plus free shipping and try HelloFresh today. Okay then guys, what's going on? Cloud Plays here and welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today we're inside of Hogwarts Legacy, and for me the game which is most anticipated to be the best game throughout 2023. Now we've had such things such as the second gameplay trailer. It's given me a lot more confidence in the actual game itself, although we have had a lot of controversies and a lot of issues with it. Today we're going to go through absolutely everything that we know and my main opinions on how this is going to go come the launch on February 10th. Let's dive into it. If you haven't already, make sure you smash that beautiful blue thumbs up, it'd be greatly appreciated, and subscribe with post notifications turned on. Hit me down in the comment section whether you're looking forward to this game title releasing or not, and your opinions on it so far. With that being said, let's dive on in. So as we know, it is going to be launching in February the 10th across most platforms, including PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and the Switch support is going to be coming later on in the year. So if you guys were kind of hoping you'd be able to pick it up day one on the Switch, it's not likely to happen, so you're going to have to wait until that one is supported later on in the year. Now, this one is a really interesting one because given the right support to this game, it could be lasting anything from 5 to 10 years, and this game has got the potential to really run its course and be one of the best games of next year. And I'd stretch it too much to say that it'll actually have the potential to be Game of the Year, even though launching straight off the bat to come February 10th. And even though the previous Harry Potter games and movies, such as like Avengers and games like that have kind of generally worked off of a licensed game, have generally tanked quite heavily in the past, I've really got quite a high hope for this one, as it does seem to give a little bit more of a oomph than most games that we've seen so far. So with that being said, we're going to talk about some of the stuff inside of the game. Now, when we talk about the size of the map, we have no exact size of the game world, but with gameplay that has been shown in this endless cycle, we can see that the world is practically inevitable that you are going to be searching around this for a very, very long time. Now, this is so open world, you can literally just pick a direction and go, and it kind of works on that basis. You can walk around the map, or you can fly around the map on numerous magical beasts that will be able to tame along the way. And places such as the Hogwarts School itself look absolutely massive. And not only that, they've kind of opened it up so that you can essentially free roam around the whole place, including so far of what we know of 19 major points of interest, and that list is still growing every single day, such as the Great Hall, the library, including the restricted section. We've got the Potions classroom, Charms classroom, Defense Codes against the Dark Arts classroom, the Herbology classroom, 4 common rooms for all 4 houses, a number of different integrated bathrooms, which although sounds really dull, if you guys have watched any of the Harry Potter films, then you'll know full well why they're interesting. The Room of Requirement, which will act as our own central hub throughout the game itself, the Owl Reed Courtyard, Headmaster's Office, and just so many more. Now, what they are trying to do inside of Hogwarts is trying to keep it as close to what we've seen in the movies, so that you guys kind of have a little bit of a nostalgia feel when you actually are roaming around the place, and be able to see some of the places that you do already know of. Now, while we are roaming, we can essentially take a look through all of this and discover so many secrets and hidden features throughout that will keep the game fresh and interesting for weeks and hopefully months to come. And in addition to Hogwarts, we know that we have a load of other places such as Hogsmeade Village, Gringotts Bank. We're likely to see Diagon Alley and Hogsmeade Station as well, and these have just been some of the confirmed major locations with their own points of interest inside of them. Although not close to Hogwarts size itself, these things are still going to be absolutely massive and give you guys hours upon hours of fun. Now, although the size of this may seem intimidating with regards to the actual map itself, alongside walking and flying, we also have a very cool fast travel ability, which is known as Fluflame. And from that, we can move from different ends of the map using specific materials, which we are going to have to utilize to use that fast travel. Now, inside of all of these locations, we'll have so much to do, including meeting new characters and NPCs. You'll be able to have side missions, which are going to allow you to collect new spells and acquire items. We're going going to see and tame new magical creatures and beasts alongside these missions and just enjoy the scenery. That's something that I am quite sad for. I love something which has a lot of detail to it, and especially with something as magical as Hogwarts and the way that they've designed Hogwarts Legacy, there is a lot that we can see coming from this. Now, there may not have been many games these last few years that have been even remotely close to the size or the complexity of Hogwarts Legacy, and I'm interested to see how lost I can really get inside of this world. The closest thing that we've seen to it so far has been Elden Ring, and although the aesthetics to that is completely different, the generic viewpoint of how the open world actually looks is borderline exactly the same, and I really dived into Elden Ring. It's something that I'm really excited for and something that I'm really looking forward to. There are a lot of things inside of this game though which have got some alterations and some live changes per se, and that is something which I am extremely excited for, because again, something which was so magical and interesting inside of the actual Harry Potter films themselves were things such as the seasons. Now, what I say when I say seasons is the weather itself, whether it's having Hogwarts completely covered in snow during the winter, or the leaves and everything being golden and falling off the trees throughout fall and stuff like that. It's something which is all going to be live inside of the game and is going to update throughout. Now, specific NPCs will actually come out at different times of the year throughout these different seasons, and they'll all act a little bit differently based on the season at hand or the weather that's actually around them. And alongside this, it helps with the multiple playthroughs of the games, with the seasonal rights changing throughout different sources of time, which is going to be probably one of the biggest parts and the biggest areas implemented in specific areas for the game, as we know that only specific areas are going to be accessible for specific houses. How I feel about that, not too sure, but it does mean that you guys are going to want to run through this game in numerous different ways, in numerous different houses, just so you can go and explore whole different areas on completely different run-throughs. Now, we don't know if there will be a third showcase for the game, as we have had 1 and 2 so far, and with the game launching early February, we are getting extremely close. But with it being only about a month and a half away now, the advertising and the marketing rights are going to boost and be completely ramped up as we get closer to the game's official launch. If they do, then it's definitely going to be over the January root cause, and we'll probably see this over the ongoing 2-3 weeks, but we'll definitely guaranteed to have the launch trailer expected to be seen very soon, hopefully within the Q3, Q4 of January itself. Now, what I am worried about is this being a AAA game, and over the last few years we have struggled to lift off many of these AAA titles, and hoping this game does not get stung by the same bad launches that we've seen in the past. And you guys know exactly what I'm talking about. With games like Cyberpunk, these are a clear view on how bad a launch can realistically be. Although we can get a turnaround if they put enough work into it, the Harry Potter series, as far as gaming is concerned, hasn't got the greatest reputation that we've ever seen within the gaming industry, and with a lot of AAA titles right now really flumping and just dropping to the sack point of the floor after they launch their game. Hopefully we're going to see something completely different, and hopefully the game has enough in it and it has a good enough quality around it inside of the game itself that even with bugs, this should do well. And now, bugs are something that you guys are to expect from a game of this size and a game of this complexity, so please don't think you're ever going to go into this launch without any bugs whatsoever. It's highly unlikely that they're going to be able to narrow everything out before it goes out to the millions. But I'm just hoping that there are essentially like really insignificant bugs that don't impact the longevity of the game's life expectancy. For me, this is something which is going to be really test worthy and something which is going to be really panicky when it comes to the launch of Hogwarts Legacy. It's got a lot of hype around it. People anticipate this game to be one of the better games of 2023, and with a lot of that stuff generally comes at really high expectations that we just kind of can never match. So I'm really hoping that we haven't overhyped this game over the course of the last year, and that we are actually going to end up with a very decent product by the end of it. That is Hogwarts Legacy, and this is the exciting part for me. I'm really excited for the game to launch in the next month and a half, and I want to know what your guys' opinions are down in the comment section below. So let me know what you think of the latest rendition of Hogwarts Legacy. Thank you so much again for watching. If you haven't already, smash that beautiful blue thumbs up and subscribe with post notifications turned on. I appreciate all of your faces, but as always, up until the next time, I'll see you in the clouds.